What's going on? Small Town Entrepreneurs Podcast. Today I'm answering a question that came in on how to market to your ideal audience, how to get your marketing, whatever it is that you're marketing, in front of your ideal customer. Well, we're going to be talking about that today. It's a short episode today, but if you apply these and you're having trouble with your marketing, you're going to cure that, you're going to solve that, and that trouble is going to vanish and you'll start seeing some traction for sure. So don't go anywhere, sit back. Let's get into it right now. This is Small Town Entrepreneurs Podcast, here to answer your questions, and that's exactly what we're doing today. Thank you for being here. What's happening? I just wanted to thank you for being here today. We are talking about, like I said, how to start marketing and get your content in front of your ideal customer or audience. So whatever questions you have about this, or if you're struggling with anything in your business, or you have any questions about your business in any area, you can ask me those questions and I will do an episode for you answering those questions. All you have to do is go to smalltownentrepreneurs.com. That is smalltownentrepreneurs.com. Click on that contact tab and let me know how I can help you. What questions do you have about your business? Let's get those answered and let's get those solved. Any questions, any obstacles that you are facing, let's get you over those today. All you got to do is smalltownentrepreneurs.com. Click that contact page and let me know. And if you have an Instagram, I love seeing what kind of businesses that you have and seeing the progress and what you got going on in your life. So DM me on there. Feel free to add me on there. It is Kendall Hillis on Instagram. That is KENDALLHILLIS. It'll be in the description below. Let's get right into this. How to market to your ideal audience. Let's get it. Like I said, it's going to be a short episode, but please apply these tips, tactics, and thank you for asking the question. Let's get right into it, because this is something that I struggle with as well. I was just marketing and looking up how to market and all this and all that, trying to figure out how to market in the beginning stages of my online business. And I skipped the main step that you're supposed to do. The number one step is, hold on, who am I marketing to? So maybe you're doing the same thing or you're having problems and you haven't thought about this right here. So stay tuned and let's listen, get ready to apply these and answer these questions for yourself and your business. So rather than creating a system for your marketing or social media, wherever you're marketing, which is the big, massive thing that you do in your business, marketing takes up a good amount of time, especially in the beginning stages. You want to create smaller, more specific systems. More specific is the key words right there for your marketing and the platforms that you use. So a key reminder is break each platform that you market on, via Instagram, Google. If you're doing, marketing on the offline space, like in stores or on billboards, or you got a notice board ad or whatever it may be, make sure that you are breaking down each platform that you're using, and you have, these questions that we're about to get into answered for each platform that you're using. Now, I recommend not using over 4 marketing systems at a time, because if you do more than that, what I've noticed is you tend to be not as quality, and the marketing kind of gets slack as far as the quality and the conversions of it, because you're focusing on way too many platforms at one time. So stick to 4, maybe 5 platforms that you're marketing on. Instagram, Twitter, then you may do some Google ads and some guerrilla marketing tactic around your area, something like that. But step 1 in planning your marketing so you get it in front of your ideal audience and not just any random people, and you're not wasting time or money, is ask yourself who, what, and why. Step 1, who, what, why? Who, what, and why? The first step we always take when sitting down to figure out that marketing plan and wanting to promote and get awareness on something is to write out who it is that we want to market to. Who it is that you want to market to. What are they doing? What problems are they having? And how do you solve that problem? And what action do they need to take to come get that solution from you in your business? What action do they need to take? Add that call to action on there, but let them know who this helps, why they need it, what you're solving, and why if they don't take action and be part of this, that they're not going to get that solution. So spend time on figuring out who that ideal customer or consumer is. Figuring that out is going to be based on what you've created, what it is that you're created in marketing, and putting those two things together. So the who and the what, you want to put those two things together. And that's going to result in you understanding and being able to communicate the why. So you put the who and the what together, right? And that should result in you understanding and being able to communicate why it is that they want what you're offering. The question to ask yourself is, who will find value in what it is that you've created? Who will find value in what it is that you've created? Ask yourself that question to kind of get the who, what, and why. So who it is that will find value in what you've created, that's who you want to market to. Have that written down clear and specific. What it is that you're marketing and what that, project, content, whatever it is, what does it solve? What problem does it solve? And why? Why should they take action in that? Why should they consume that? Have that written down clearly. You may have to go over this a couple of times. And if you write something down and it sounds shitty, it's probably shitty. So if it don't appeal to you, get it right and be in no rush. Take time and set it out clearly. And let's get this clearly written down and defined for ourselves and our business. Step 2. Are you ready? Where? You want to answer where. Now that you know who it is that you're going to market and promote to, why they want it and why they should get it, you got that planned out. You got it written down. It's time to start a list of places that those people are. So create a list, write it down, do it on your whatever app you like to use, a spreadsheet, a doc. I just prefer writing this down. It's kind of quick and you can take it with you whenever you're going other places, where you can do that with a computer as well. But it's just easier to do it when you write it down and it just hits the brain differently. So where? You want to know where those people are. Or is your audience maybe not on Instagram, but they're on Twitter? Then, pick Twitter, obviously, but take time and figure out and study the market a bit. You can do that by studying competitors similar to you. If there's nobody similar to you, just find out where the people are that are looking for this and wanting what it is that you have. What people have the problems that you solve. Where are those people at? Where are they spending time at? Those are the places that will ultimately be the platforms that you're going to use to market and promote what you've created. A question to ask yourself to help get this thought is, given who will find value in your product, your content, or whatever it is that you're offering, where can you find them? Where can you find them? Where are the people at? Another question is, where is the consumer at that has the problems that I'm solving? And that's step 2. Where are you going to market on? What are your platforms are you going to use? Next step is number 3. Step 3 is, now that you know who you're going to market and promote to, why they should get it, and where you're going to find them at, where they're at, where they're spending their time at, now you need to know when. When are you going to start this? And what is the longevity of it? So when can mean what days of the week are you going to post or promote? Maybe if you're paying for ads, how long are you going to pay for these ads? Just as a 1-month campaign? Are you doing influencer marketing? Are you going to do a campaign? Are you going to collab with them for maybe a week? Have the when and the timeline set out for yourself. So plan your timeline. So you can ask yourself, when am I going to start doing this marketing plan? And how long am I going to do this? Plan it out smart. It could be a money. The when could be answered from a money amount that you're wanting to spend, or just timing of the year, or how maybe you got a class that you're marketing for people to get into, and it's okay, when I get 100 people, then I'm done. Something like that, So have a deadline, a timeline set for yourself, and then when you're going to start as well. That's step number 3. Now, if you have any more questions about what we're talking about today, or questions on any other area of your business, go to smalltownetrepreneurs.com, click on that contact tab, and let me know what those questions are, and we'll get those answered for you right away. Let's get into this step 4. Step 4 is your assets. So once you know everything we just talked about, you want to know the assets that you have. So is it an asset that you'll sometimes need? So that could be an influencer. Do you need influencers to help you promote this? Do you need to be on someone's podcast? Should you collab with someone on their blog? What assets are going to help you really get results with your marketing plan? You need to write those down. Plan that out. A question you can ask yourself is, what type of assets will I need to get the most awareness and get the most traction and conversion with what it is I'm marketing? And this is going to, especially in the beginning now, understand this right here. So listen to this, because I don't want you to stress out and worry, but this is going to take some and require testing, okay? So make sure that you understand that. It's going to require some testing. You're not going to get it right the first time, but you're not going to necessarily fail if you're answering all those questions that we talked about, previously. You're going to be a hell of a lot more accurate when you answer those instead of just create a marketing plan. But you're going to need to adjust and knick-knack along with everything else that's in life and business. You're going to need to adjust to get that best quality and conversion that you can get. It's going to take some tweaking and fine-tuning, but that's okay. That's okay, because you're going to you'll get there easily. So don't stress it out. Make sure that you're taking action on these and really doing this now. Don't just be listening to this. Make sure that you're getting ready to apply this and plan this out for your business, okay? It's really important for me too, because I can't stand how it was I felt with the stress from planning my marketing and not growing traction. So make sure you're taking time on this, okay? And understand maybe fine-tuning and adjusting is something that it's not going to stress you out. You just know it's needed and you're going to get there. Take action on it. Don't just sit there and let perfection, prevent you. Get there and take that action, because you'll get as close to perfect that way rather than not doing anything, okay? So what assets do you need to help you get the most effect from this marketing? Now, that is step 4. Step 5 is take action. What I just said, take action. Let's segue into this right here. So it's the last step, really. Well, I got some bonuses for you, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. I got some bonuses, but take action on everything you've just planned out and gathered. All the assets that you need. Let's get those assets taken into action, and let's get those assets set up for use in your marketing plan for yourself and your business. So a question you can ask is, what will your marketing plan consist of that on everything that you've just learned throughout the questions that you answered for yourself, which is the previous ones that we just spoke about. So what does your marketing plan consist of based on everything that you've learned through this research, and what timeline will you place for yourself to accomplish your goals for this marketing plan? Break down your systems, okay? So if you need to get a hold of these influencers, you might put, okay, the day I need to get on Instagram and message these influencers and see if I can get a hold of them. Have you a group? If I'm just going to go ahead and throw out a tip. If you do need an asset as far as your marketing plan goes, and that asset is a influencer, make sure you get a good sturdy, 10, 15, 20 people list, because not all of them are going to reply to you, but some of those people for sure will. So, and don't make a huge list. You don't necessarily need a bunch of influencers to help you market. Get 2 or 3, and when you get those set up for yourself, break those down. Okay, today I'm going to message those influencers and get that set up and let them know what's going on and what the plan is, etc. Break those down into smaller systems, the big, so they don't seem as big that way. So big tip right there to reduce some stress for yourself and prevent some headaches and potential spending money that doesn't need to be spent. You're going to cut that back with breaking those big systems that can be stressful down into smaller ones. If you do find that going through what we've talked about is difficult, then revisit and focus on your why, okay? If any of this is difficult to you that we're talking about, go back to step number 1 and refocus on that why, on why you're doing this and creating this in the first place. And then work on, once you break these big systems down into smaller systems, do one system at a time, knock those down, and get them completed, okay? So in order to break the big system down, you're going to have a few small systems created. Break those down and knock one system out at a time, okay? And that is key to keeping yourself calm and relaxed and reducing that stress and getting everything that we talked about answered clearly for your business so you can have the most success with your marketing plan. Something you could figure out on maybe what to market and planning your marketing is, I don't know what type of business you have. You may have a YouTube channel. You may do a podcast. You may do a blog. You may do a course, a webinar, something. You may be a coach. But think about which piece or area of your business or content, which video, which podcast, which topics in your podcast, which topics of video, or which type of content that you create gets the most traction or has the most success. Think about which type of content or which products has the most impact. So which of your videos maybe gets the most views? What type of podcast gets the most downloads and listens? What type of products, which of your products sells the most? Those need to be top priority and hold priority in your plan. And when you put those systems and ideas into place, putting a set of steps in order that you're going to follow that are recurring, every single time or day, it could be day, weekly, whatever. You put a set of recurring steps in order to get this marketing plan executed. You want to set yourself those recurring steps that you do for for your marketing plan. And then once it's executed, you can restart and adjust then. But make sure that you have clearly the tasks that you need to be doing set up for yourself and written down somewhere in your task app or however you plan and write your to-dos for the day, your to-do list. So once that plan is in place, all it is a matter of creating a process around each of the tasks and projects within the plan. Based on your timeline, create that plan, schedule the times to do it, and then execute it. Take action. Get to it, baby. So that's what it is. That is how you plan your marketing so you get in front of your ideal audience. I can't waste your time right here. I want you to take action right now. Get to it. Get to it. Get to stepping. Take action. Let's get to it today, baby. Thank you for being here, though. I am very excited to see the success and traction. So let's get started. Let me know if you do have success with this, and let me see some of that marketing going on. If you're marketing on Instagram, let me see what's going on, how you setting it up. I love to see your calls to action and see how you're doing. See if you're taking action on this. Just follow me on Instagram at Kendall Hillis. It'll be in the description below. Let's see what's going on with your business. I love to see action being taken. So keep out hustling, keep outperforming. This is Small Town Entrepreneurs Podcast, baby. You know that. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, peace out. Be good to yourself. Keep hustling. Let's get it.